Hi, Free Tot. I've been meaning to make some responses. Now I have 3 videos of yours to respond to, but I'm going to start with the one about human trafficking. Slavery in the New Testament. Human trafficking is modern-day slavery. It's always on my mind. And Paul was against it. He said, "You were bought with a price. Do not become the slaves of men." And a lot of his teaching and the early church's practices were helpful to prevent becoming slaves. He told them to work hard, to be industrious, to owe no man anything. And that way they don't have to sell themselves to become slaves to pay their debts. The early church held everything in common, and they helped out their fellow members, and this would keep them from falling into that same situation. He did say, though, if you were a slave when you were called to Christ, don't worry about it. Whoever is called when he's a slave is Christ's freedman, and whoever is called while he's free is Christ's slave. He did say, though, that if you are able to be made free, rather use it. If you get someone to redeem you, if you could get your master to release you or somehow pay your debts, then it's better to be free. You're a broader service. But if you're stuck in that situation, then be as big a draw to Christ as you can be. Have a good attitude and work hard. And that's the main purpose of a Christian's life in whatever situation we're in, is to try to draw people to Christ. He quoted Ephesians 6:5-8, but verse 9 tells the masters to do the same things to them, the slaves, and the same thing being give good service to them, giving up threatening, because their own master is in heaven and there's no partiality with him. Did the masters serve the slaves? If they were Christians, yes. And do you know where they got that? From Jesus, who, being God, the master humbled himself and took the form of a servant and washed his disciples' stinky, sweaty, dirty, dusty feet and asked them if they understood what he had done to them. They called him Lord and Master, and rightly so, for that's what he is. But if he washed their feet, then they should do the same to each other, and the greatest among them would be the one who serves. In light of human trafficking, though, I do want to say no one should be forced into any religious act, even service.